Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Cereal Review, the show where I review cereal for you. And today, we've got a really big one here, Reese's Puffs. Now, if you're like me and a lot of other people, you probably really like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or Reese's Pieces. And the classic cereal, Reese's Puffs, giving you that flavor of the chocolate and the peanut butter. It's really good. So, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it while I eat it, and I hope you enjoy. So, Reese's Puffs here, got the really eye-catching box. It's all orange, just like the wrappers of Reese's candies, and you have the big name there in the yellow that they also put on the wrappers, and they even have this little, the little cup wrapper that the Reese's Cups are in with the cereal in it to really get the point across that it's basically just Reese's Cups as a cereal. So, I can't say that's a healthy breakfast, but most cereal isn't. It's just something to enjoy, you know? And it says it's made with real Reese's peanut butter. I assume that's true because it's on the side and they're supposed to tell the truth about that sort of thing. But I think it does taste quite like it, so they got something right there at least. So yeah, box, really eye-catching. If you're going down the cereal aisle, you'll definitely see this there. This is one of those cereals that tends to get a lot of the like store brand, the generic brand types of it. You know, like just frosted corn flakes, just generic frosted flakes. There's usually that for like Fruity Pebbles and Reese's Puffs. There's always some sort of chocolate peanut butter cereal that's supposed to be the store brand of this. So Reese's Puffs. Let's pour a bowl here. I'll give you my thoughts. Alright, have a nice little bowl there, and go in dry first. So you can obviously tell the difference between the chocolate pieces. They're a little bit more of a brown color, a dark brown color, and then the peanut butter pieces are a little bit of a light brown color. So you can tell the difference there between the two. So I'll taste each one individually and then together. So we'll do the chocolate piece and the peanut butter piece. There's definitely a distinct difference between the two, which is good. You know, like Trix, stuff like that. Is it Trix? I think so. All taste the same. It just tricks people into thinking they taste different. Certain cereals do that by coloring it different colors. So it's like, oh, this one's yellow, so it has to be lime flavored. No, it's Fruit Loops. Sorry, it's Fruit Loops that does that. Yeah, so you look at them, you think they taste different because they're different colors. No. In this case, yeah, it's quite obvious. This one's chocolate. This one's peanut butter. Together, dry. I have to say dry. These really aren't good. You do get the taste of the chocolate and the peanut butter, but it's very muted, and it kind of has this like sugar coating to it. It's not sticky, but it's this like powdery substance, and it gets all over your fingers a little bit. So I wouldn't recommend eating this dry, even with a spoon. It's not great. It's just a very subdued flavor. I wouldn't recommend that. So let's add some milk and eat it the standard way. Right. There's not much of a scent to this cereal either. Some do like fruit flavored cereals. There's definitely a distinct smell to it. These ones not really. So you're not going to get any sort of delicious chocolate and peanut butter smell coming to you as you go up to eat your cereal. A bit unfortunate, I suppose, but let's go in. Now that is really good. Once you add the milk, I don't know, maybe the powdery sugar substance or whatever it is on the outside seems to get mixed in with everything once the milk hits it. It is so much better than it is dry. You get a lot more flavor. You get both the peanut butter and the chocolate. It doesn't really taste exactly like a Reese's cup, but you do get both flavors, and it does taste very good. So I think this is probably the best way that you can get well, a Reese's Cup flavor out of a cereal. That's so good. I don't really have anything else to say other than that. It's just really good. If you had this before, you probably know what I'm talking about. It just mixes so well together. Chocolate and peanut butter are just really perfect together. And in a cereal, that doesn't change. It's still really good. And also, this cereal, from what I remember, it doesn't get mushy that fast like a lot of other cereals do. And even when it does, they don't stick together as much as others. They still maintain a lot of their flavor from what I remember, and it's still very good. So I'll let this sit around a little bit more as I just talk about a couple things, and then I'll go in and try it a bit and confirm that for you. So we'll just let that sit there. And yeah, back to the box. They had to, for a while now, they've had the back of this have these little like things about, oh, what would you put it on? Like, oh, would you put it on toast as a shake topper on pizza one at a time? But I don't get this. It seems kind of weird to me. Maybe that's the goal, but it just doesn't seem very appealing to me. I get it. They do this for the marketing, try to make it interesting and eye-catching, but yeah, a lot of cereals do a little like activity on the back, if anything, for like a maze or spot the difference or something like that. But Reese's Puffs doesn't. I don't know if I think they have in the past. I think one of the boxes they had before this was like a kind of big Reese's Puff with a big spiral maze in it. So I don't know why they changed it to this, but I don't know. I don't like it that much. Just look at the front where you get the big classic look of it. I think they had like a bat-shaped one for Halloween, which I don't actually have. Oh well. It probably didn't taste any different. They were just bat-shaped. And it happens sometimes. Companies want to theme something, so they just change the shape. They don't even add anything, don't change anything, just change the shape of it, make it look, or change the colors of it, make it look a bit different to be on brand to the holiday that's coming up for the event. So I'm probably not missing out on much there, but it's a fun little thing. It's gonna be the same cereal, just shaped like bats. So, anything else I gotta say about this? No, the box, like I said, it's eye-catching, kind of a weird back, but it is what it is. So let this sit around a little bit, so I'll go in and try it now that it's soaked up some of the milk. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't get mushy very fast at all. It's probably been sitting here for what, about almost 3 minutes now, maybe? And it's barely gotten mushy. It's still, some of the ones at the very bottom have started to get a bit soft, but they're still fairly crunchy when you bite into them. They still got a lot of their flavor. I don't think it loses the flavor that well, because anything you do lose gets mixed into the milk a little bit, so let's try that. Yeah, you can taste a bit of that sweetness, probably from that coating on the outside getting into the milk. So anything that does get leached out of the cereal into the milk, you're still going to pick it up when you go to eat it. So that's a good thing, just like the Monster cereals I just reviewed. Kind of soaks into the milk, keeps that flavor there, so even if it sits around, you're not going to lose out on anything. Maybe just the texture, but like I said, these take a bit to do that, still pretty crunchy. Yeah, that's still great. That's probably just as good as when you just put the milk in and started eating it right away. I think that this cereal is really great, both fresh with the milk in and after it gets a little bit soggy after it's been sitting around for a couple minutes. Even later than that, I think this is still really good. Only thing I wouldn't recommend is dry, but most people probably don't eat their cereal dry anyways, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. But this, really good taste. You get a really good chocolate, really good peanut butter taste. Might not taste exactly like a Reese's Cup, Reese's Pieces, but it's not that big a deal. You still get chocolate peanut butter taste in a cereal. It tastes excellent. That's all I really have to say. It's It's a really good cereal. So if you've never had Reese's Puffs before and you do like, chocolate and peanut butter, give it a shot. Even the store brand ones, in my experience, a lot of store brand cereals taste exactly the same, and there's no differences between them. It's kind of just like using anything else that has a name brand and a store brand, where they function exactly the same. Maybe that's a little bit different when it comes to food, but in my experience with cereal, that doesn't really change that much. They're almost exactly the same. So give it a shot if you've never had it before, because I'm sure you'll probably enjoy it at least a little bit. So, yep, I thank you for listening to me. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you again next time in the cereal review. Thank you.